Today, let's dive into a gripping, thrilling crime movie that will keep you guessing until the end. This movie is a must-watch for any crime thriller fan. Join us as we explore every twist and turn of this chilling narrative, from the initial discovery to the shocking revelations that will leave you questioning everyone's motives. The movie starts with Monica and her friend Mario entering into a bar and asking the bar manager Waldemar Mila that she wants a job as bartender. She says that she is far better than his staffs, and if she gets the job, she promises that she will make more customers come into this bar. They both got interested in each other and end up in an intimate moment together. The next scene shows the body of a young girl which is found on the beach. Dr. Tadeusz Dubiela from the forensics department went to the scene to examine it. Prosecutor Bilski reached the crime scene, and he asked his colleagues what information they had gathered and who could be the culprit behind it. The body, battered and broken, lay half buried in the wet sand. The forensic team was already at work, with Dr. Dubiela, the head forensic expert, meticulously examining the victim. Her lips were cut off and her genitals were quite badly bruised. It felt like a case of sexual assault, but there was absolutely no trace of DNA that could be procured from the body. It felt like the criminal was an expert, and before disposing of the body, he made sure that he left no evidence behind. Dubiela identifies the girl as Monica Boguca. Helena, Monica's mother, has been called to identify the body of the deceased girl, knowing that her only daughter, Monica, is brutally assaulted and killed. She was literally broken. The forensics expert Dubiela is having an affair with Helena, Monica's mother, and the guy who came with Monica in the first scene is Mario, son of Dubiela. Bilski's senior officer shows him about a case which happened 15 years ago. There was another victim named Zanetta Caleta, who was murdered in a similar fashion, and even her lips were mercilessly sliced off by the perpetrator. Her fiancé, Jakubiak, was charged with the crime, and the most interesting thing was that he had recently gotten out after serving his entire sentence. So, suspicion fell on him and Bilski interrogated him at his residence. As Jakubiak recently got out of prison, he becomes the lead suspect in Monica's case. Additionally, Monica's bloodied t-shirt is found at Jakubiak's house. Jakubiak was shattered, and he didn't know how to prove that he was innocent. He showed Bilski the ring he had bought for his fiancée, and he told him that back then, too, he had no role to play in the crime. He said that the authorities framed him, and he had to bear the consequences of actions he never committed. It felt like the poor man was telling the truth, and even Bilski, after interrogating him, was not sure if he was behind the murder of Monica. Jakubiak was sitting in the police station, and he realized that firstly, he had no alibi, and secondly, the authorities were not going to leave him so easily. So Jakubiak jumped from the window and took his own life, as he just could not bear the torture anymore. Although Bilski's superior instructs him to close the case, Bilski continues investigating and discovers that the dead girl, Zanetta, and Monica both worked at a club called Shipyard. Bilski goes to Zanetta Caleta's house and tries to find any clue related to Zanetta Caleta's murder. He finds a photograph of Zanetta Caleta with the bar owner Kazarski Lukasz. Bilski then went to Helena and Roman, Monica's parents, to ask them if they knew anything about the club. Surprisingly, Roman said that he didn't know anything about it, but Helena cut him in between and told Bilski that her daughter worked there. When Bilski went to the club, he learned that it was owned by a man named Lukasz Kazarski, and surprisingly, Roman handled all their legal matters. Bilski realized that Roman knew more than he was revealing, but he didn't have any solid evidence to prove that he had a role to play in his daughter's murder. Soon after, Helena overhears her husband, Roman, questioning someone on the phone about Monica's murder and grows suspicious of him. She follows him and sees him meeting with a man who turns out to be a gangster named Lukasz Kazarski. She then goes through her husband's belongings and discovers that he is managing Kazarski's illegal businesses. Helena contacts Bilski and tells him that the Shipyard Club is owned by Kazarski's Cyprus company and that her husband is working for him. Bilski, as he already found a picture of Zanetta with Kazarski. Convinced of Kazarski's involvement, Bilski asks the officers in charge of Monica's case to reopen the investigation. When Bilski talks to Dubiela about the case, Dubiela shows Bilski the file of a woman he autopsied 3 years ago. Her injuries were similar to those of Monica and Zanetta. This third victim also worked at the Shipyard Club, and her body was found near the club. Bilski now suspects that Kazarski has killed several women. On the other side, Helena visits the club to investigate on her own. When she starts asking questions about Monica, the bartender drugs her. Helena is warned by a woman who also instructs her on how to get away. Kazarsk's people at the club have no intention of letting her leave. However, Helena manages to escape. Bilski learned about Waldemar Mila's whereabouts and he went there to take him into custody. Before the suspect could reveal anything, Spider, one of Bilski's colleagues, came and shot him down. Bilski was livid, and he told Spider that he was the only one who could help them put Kozarski behind bars. It became clear that Spider was working for Kozarski. Though Bilski and others didn't take any action against him instantly, Monica's boyfriend Waldemar Mila could have led them to the truth, but Spider killed their only lead, leaving Bilski and Helena disappointed. Helena finally confronts her husband about his involvement with Kozarski. Since Helena already knows some details, Roman decides to tell her everything. It is revealed that while bartending at the club, Monica dealt drugs for her boyfriend. One day, she caught Kozarski's attention, leading to him inviting her and her boyfriend to his house. There, Monica witnessed Kozarski kill a man after mutilating his body. Monica wanted to stay away from Kozarski after the incident, but she could not do that. Kozarski had decided to marry her and started sexually assaulting her with her boyfriend's help. Monica eventually went to the police to report him, but the officer she reported the crimes to was working for Kozarski and informed him about it. This officer was none other than Spider, who is one of the two officers in charge of Monica's murder case. Spider took her to Kozarski's house, where the assaults continued. Furthermore, Kozarski sent compromising photographs of Monica to Roman and coerced him into working for him, promising to leave Monica alone in return. Roman found out about everything his daughter had endured when Monica came one to meet him and told all the horrific things happened to her. Roman gave her money and asked her to go somewhere safe, not letting her tell even him where she was going. But Kozarski still found her and killed her. When Roman accused him of killing Monica, Kozarski denied it and threatened to harm Helena if Roman went to the police. As Roman has been working for Kozarski, he has incriminating evidence against him, but he kept it to himself because he did not know whom he could trust. Helena asks Roman to trust Bilski, and Roman hands over the evidence to Bilski, despite knowing that he will be disbarred for managing Kozarski's illegal businesses. Bilski arrests Kozarski and gets a warrant to search his house. Now, all Bilski needs to do is find evidence linking Kozarski to the murders as well. Spider has plans to help Kozarski escape, but Bilski, suspecting that Spider is a corrupt officer, foils their plan. The police search through Kozarski's house and bar but do not find the lips of the victims, which Kozarski should have kept as mementos. Bilski then has the idea to go through everything Kozarski had on his person when he was arrested, and he finally finds the lips of Kozarski's victims. Kozarski had woven them together into a bracelet. Spider, who is suspected of framing Jakubiak twice, is killed in a gunfire exchange when the police go to arrest him. Monica's case is closed, but her lips are never found. Bilski assumes that Kozarski did not have the time to add them to his bracelet. Bilski meets Helena, who thanks him for his work. Bilski tells her that his daughter's name is also Monica, which explains his determination to solve Monica's case. Helena asks him to hug his daughter tightly when he meets her in future. Helena tells Bilski that she is going to Sobieszewska Island. Later that day, when she is with Dubiela, Mario reveals that his father is hiding something from her. Then Dubiela asks Mario to leave the house. Helena and Dubiela was alone in the house, and later Helena finds Monica's ring on Mario's desk, which Monica never took off. Helena recalled that the ring was not found on Monica's body when she was found dead. Knowing that Mario or Dubiela might have killed her daughter, she was devastated and shocked. Helena tries to leave without making Dubiela suspicious. Dubiela understood that she has realized the truth. He injects a drug to make her unconscious and then ties her up in the basement. Meanwhile, Bilski is bothered by the fact that Kozarski still denies killing Monica. Helena had previously asked Bilski about the ring, and when he sees a woman wearing a ring, he suddenly recalls seeing Monica's ring with Mario, while Bilski rushes to get to Helena knowing that she is in danger. Helena manages to untie herself. As she tries to sneak out of the house, Helena is stopped by Dubiela, who is armed with a gun. The flashback shows that Monica had sought Mario's help when her father asked her to go into hiding. Mario had brought her to his father's house on Sobieszewska Island. As she considered him her friend, she confided in him about her trauma, but Mario ended up forcing himself on her and wants to have sex with her immediately. He accidentally killed Monica during the ensuing struggle. Mario then called Dubiela, who decided to cover up his son's crime instead of calling the police. Dubiela knew about Jakubiak getting parole and framed him for Monica's murder. It was Dubiela who cut off Monica's lips before dumping her body in the ocean. Mario wanted to turn himself in, but Dubiela did not let him do that. Dubiela believes that Mario deliberately left Monica's ring on his desk because he wanted Helena to find it and know the truth on what happened to Monica. Dubiela realized that he could no longer hide the truth, so he confessed to his crimes and told Helena that it was all an accident, and then Dubiela shoots himself. Bilski arrives on Dubiela's house in Sobieszewska Island and calls the police after witnessing that Dubiela has shot himself. Helena takes her daughter's ring and puts it in her finger. At the same time, Mario went and confessed to his crimes at the police station. The remorse, the guilt, and the feeling of being so evil to somebody he has feelings for didn't let Mario live in peace. He could have easily concealed his crimes, but his conscience caught up to him, and he ended up doing the right thing. In the end, after justice was served and the investigation was over, Bilski went to meet his family, and as he had promised Helena, he gave a tight hug to his daughter, as he probably realized how fragile everything was in life and that nothing could be taken for granted. Thank you for watching. If you have any alternative theories, please leave in the comments section. Please give us a like and subscribe our channel for more awesome videos.